ChatGPT is such an interesting tool, and I've been messing around with it a bunch. I know it's getting kind of attention for the ability to do things like write code, and how bad it is at playing chess, and also how convinced it generally is that it's right. And there's all kinds of conversations that need to happen around AI and oversight and what it's good for and where it should be, where it should not be. Uh, I'm not going to address that today. What I actually want to look at with it is I want to do some interesting things around how can the average person use it to maybe automate or help remove some of the decision fatigue that happens around what some people consider or might consider the mundane things in our lives. Um, for those of you who don't know me, I work in tech. I have a background in engineering, mechanical engineering specifically. And I spend a lot of my spare time on all sorts of hands-on projects and tinkering and whatnot. Typically, I try and reuse and recycle as much as possible in my life and my projects. And I generally do my best to reduce my carbon footprint. Now, for anyone who works in tech, or really anyone who works a full-time job, you know that there aren't many hours left in the day once you finish all the things you've got to do. So it got me to thinking, what if we could use something like ChatGPT to kind of automate or help us do some of these things more quickly, or more importantly, not necessarily even more quickly, but take some of the decision away. I'll give you a great example here. So I'm thinking about this. So let's see if we can get it to build us a meal plan. We want it to include 3 meals, 2 snacks, red meat once per week only. Please make it for 2 people and 1,500 calories per day. And let's see what it's going to spit out. I've done this a couple of times already, and each time it gives you a little bit different kind of introduction to it. Let's see what it does here. Okay, so this time it's actually including how many calories everything is. That's super interesting. The first time I did it, it didn't include calories at all. Second time I did it, it included calories, but it was not very accurate. It like they had the same thing listed a couple times with different numbers, which was really interesting. The third time I did it, I asked for 1,500 and it gave me no more than 1,100, which I thought was weird. This time it looks like it's actually done a pretty good job of getting to 1,500 a day, but it's not giving the total for the day, which is interesting. One of the times I did it, that's what it gave me. So as you can see, it's done a great job, and I could honestly add some details here. Let's say, for example, well, I don't like chicken, or I don't like, maybe I'm allergic to peanut butter, right? You could include that, or you could add it now. Now, this is fine for me. I want to eat red meat only once a week. I don't have any allergies. This looks pretty good. So now what I want to do, I was thinking about this, is how do I take this and then I'm going to take it to the grocery store. Can you build a grocery list based on this meal plan? Divided by, call it grocery store category, I guess. And here it goes. It does a pretty good job. So now I can copy and paste this and send it to myself. And I'll be able to go off and do my groceries pretty easily. So could I do this myself? Yes, absolutely. It would take me, I mean, this is what, we're about 5 minutes into this video. honestly, it would take me half an hour to get to this point, so it's not saving me a whole bunch of time. Um, but I can go to the grocery store having basically not even thought yet about what I'm going to eat, and know that good, I've got good meals for the week. Um, One thing I haven't tried yet is seeing if I can get it to do things like, can I get it to email me? Can I get it to forward to someone? So we're not going to try that here. This is just kind of an initial example. I'm going to try and put out some more of these. Some of them maybe I'll include a little bit of coding around things that would be really great for integration. One I've thought about has actually been integrating your personal email and your work email, or not emails, but calendars, um, so that you can see everything in one place. Because I know for myself, I schedule things all the time in my personal email. My wife and I might have dinner with some friends, and I need to record that because I will 100% forget that we're having lunch in or dinner in 3 weeks with someone. But that becomes challenging when I'm looking at my work email and I'm scheduling a client visit or a call. And I have to plan around that. So integrating the two of those would be really nice. It's something maybe I'll explore, and I'll look at how we can do that. Um, and you can use something like this tool to give you kind of the details, right? And what's really nice is it will tell you how to do it. And you can go find that on the internet as well. Uh, But this way, it's going to give you the details, which you can then immediately go test. You are not being totally overrun by ads. Uh, I'm quite certain this is all being reviewed and tracked by OpenAI, and they're using it to continually improve their model. But it feels like a little bit more efficient way. Maybe it is in some cases, maybe it's not in others. But this is something we're going to explore a little bit, and maybe I'll post more of these. Maybe we'll see how this one goes, and you'll decide that it's not actually a good fit. Uh, but this is the idea. So we're going to put a few of these together, and we're going to see how it goes. And that's it for this one. Talk soon.